everybody, welcome back. It has been a hot minute since I recorded anything. I got married not very long ago. It's been a month, but it's been hectic because the school year's ending. I've been at home with the kiddos. Here we are. Welcome. In this video, I'm going to be doing an everyday makeup video. It takes me not very long if I'm focused and not talking like I was while I was doing it. Okay, so I'm gonna first start off by using this Touch in Sol No Problem Primer that I received in a BoxyCharm. I typically use it mainly in this area, of course, like the T-zone and my cheeks where my pores are more prevalent. But then I just kind of rub it all over my face with the whatever's left over. And I just kind of try to push it into those pores, make them go away. Try to get into these little fine lines here. Helps a little bit. Up here, I don't have many pores up on my forehead, but it really does smooth everything out. Just get that everywhere. But focus it really right here. This is where I have most of my pore issues. So when I do my everyday kind of makeup, I don't generally use foundation. I just kind of put my concealer down here on my eyes, the typical nose, forehead, chin, and I do put a little here just so that the color's kind of the same everywhere. So I basically use it as a foundation, but I don't use foundation. And I use the Smashbox Studio Skin Flawless Concealer, and I use it in the shade Light Warm. It looks much more yellow and it goes on more yellow than it actually is when you blend it out. I really like this. It's pretty, it's really light as far as like how it feels. It's very thin and very light, but it gives decent coverage. I'm not too, I don't like a whole lot of coverage even when I do use foundation because it's like super thick normally, and it makes my skin look cakey because my skin is so dry. So I don't really use anything that is too thick or super full coverage. And then I use this sponge. I got this sponge from Nordstrom Rack. I got it from Nordstrom Rack. It was like $3. I don't know the brand name of it, but it was really inexpensive, and they always have this brand at Nordstrom Rack. So if you go, I'm sure you can find something like this one or something similar, and it's super inexpensive, and I really like it. Oh, so cute. Okay, alright, all done blending all of that out. I know I look ghostly a little bit, but these eyes are definitely much brighter. Got rid of those dark circles for the most part. And then after that, my next step is to take this concealer by Wet n Wild, the Photo Focus Concealer. I use the shade Dark Cocoa, and I use this to contour. I do go and do this before I set this because I don't want to get any powders and like creams or liquids mixed together. So after, I'll just go and dab around my eye area so that it's not all creasy, and then I'll go in and powder and set the under eyes and whatnot. But I'm just going to take this and put it where I bronze, here, right here, around my forehead and bronze, nose. Don't do too much here. My nose does not like product on it. Okay, so after I put all of that there, I take another sponge. I take this dry sponge. I got this at Five Below. I don't know if you have those stores near you, but it's like a discount store kind of. And they sell some like makeup stuff, like they sell Wet n Wild there, and they have brushes and other cosmetics. And so I found a set of these for just a few bucks, maybe like $3, $4, or $5. Nothing ever goes over $5. That's why it's called Five Below. It's $5 and below. So I just use this dry sponge, and I just kind of blend out everything. I go over this with powder too. I just like the look of having. I like to use a very little amount of powder. So I like to go in with this first, and then I'll just kind of put a little bit of powder over this. Okay, and then on to, I'm actually going to take some of this extra product that I put too much of on my nose. Just kind of move it on over here, because it was a little too much on my nose. And then just kind of lightly dab on my nose. I like to go slower on my nose because I don't like to move around too much product, since I already have a hard enough time with my nose. Okay, so that's all done. So now I'm going to go ahead and go back in with the powder. I'll first re-blend this, I guess, to get it all out of my creases, because I do have very fine lines around my eyes. But I use this, it's all jacked up, but the Makeup Revolution Banana Light Powder, not the banana powder, Banana Light Powder. And I just put that all over as well, everywhere I put the concealer. I'm just gonna go back in and dab it, make sure everything is nice and smooth. And then go in with this powder. So I just go where I did my concealer, make sure everything is set. You don't really have to set everything. I definitely set my under eyes and eyelids because they get super creasy. It just makes it look smoother. And then I set my nose because I find that that helps with the whole things sticking to it. It helps it when I set it look a little more put together. And I know I still look ghostly, but it'll look better once I go in with the bronzer powder. Because I kind of get rid of some of it when I do this. And I didn't put a lot actually this time around, so. Alright, so now that that is done, I'm going to go in with the bronzer powder, and I use my Tarte Clay Play Face Shaping Palette, and I use the shade Terracotta, if you couldn't tell, the one that's used the most. The other ones are, this is obviously too dark, and this is too gray. My skin has like a yellowy undertone, so it's just too gray, even though it's like in the medium, or it's even actually lighter than Terracotta, it's just too gray. And I'm using this Wet n Wild brush. I don't know what it's called, but it is Wet n Wild, and it's just angled, like an angled powder brush, I suppose. Sorry, excuse that noise. And just go over it here, just a bit to warm up that bronzer a bit, and obviously to add more color back in, since I kind of got rid of some when I was putting on that banana powder. Just here. And I know I didn't put any of the, oh my god. I know I didn't put any of the concealer, the dark one here, but I do just kind of run this underneath just a little bit, just to kind of warm up that bottom portion of my face as well, so I'm not too light. I hate when I look too light. So just like it. Alrighty, that looks good. And then I'm just gonna get this brush. I got this brush from Five Below as well. It's just like a little fluffy blending brush. no brand, nothing. But I'm just taking a little bit of that bronzer and using that on my nose as well. Just the tiniest bit. Just dust it on there. It's like so. Okay, I'm actually gonna go on that. That looks fairly decent. Okay, so I just take this Luxie 522 tapered highlighter brush, but I actually use this brush for my blush. So I'm just going to go into the Adeline palette, which I Feel Beautiful, and I'm just going to put on the apples here, but I actually also really like to kind of sweep it from my nose to my cheek, just to give like that natural flushed look, especially on days where it's like really light makeup. You want it to look like you're just naturally flushed and you don't have a ton of blush and makeup packed on. So I just go up to my nose just to kind of bring that flush in. And on the nose and around to the other side. Alright, but I'm just going to finish it off there. Okay. And then my next step is to do my eyebrows. So I don't do a whole lot to them on an everyday basis. I don't need them carved out and like sharp and perfect like Instagram brows. I just run my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Gel. I use the shade Dark Brown. I just kind of comb it through. I start at the tail end since it starts off with like kind of a lot of product on this little spoolie. That's the spoolie. So it starts off with quite a bit of product and can make your eyebrows look pretty dark. So I start from the middle to the tail, since I actually also have like a lot of hair in this area. Don't need a whole lot there. So I'm just gonna brush through. I don't need it perfect. I don't care about having like a super sharp tail end of my eyebrows. And then I use it once there's like less product to kind of just do this inside so it's not too harsh, the inner part of my eyebrow. And that's pretty much it. That's all I do. See the difference? It's just darker, more defined, but not like a super sharp brow, at least in my opinion. But yeah, just a nice natural eyebrow, so I'll do the same over on this side. Nice and simple and easy. Luckily, my eyebrows are pretty full for the most part, and dark, so on an everyday basis I don't really need to do a whole lot to them, just this really. So I'm lucky in that way, thankfully, or else I'd be so annoyed every day having to do my eyebrows. Okay, does that work? Let's see. Yeah, that's good. Cool. See, they're just a bit darker. I have a pretty like ashy toned eyebrow naturally, but it does not go well with my hair. This color goes a lot better with my hair. So that's all I do for my eyebrows. Really simple, really easy. And then on the eyes, I just go in with this Adeline and Tarte palette, and I just go in with the shade Mama Morin, and I just put it all over my eyelids. So I just take a brush like this, flat, I guess they call it a flat, no, that's not what they call it, just an eyeshadow brush like this. Fluffy, but then, you know what I mean. So I just take this. This one is an EcoTools brush, I believe. I got it in like a little duo a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure they still sell it. I'm pretty sure I've seen it at Target. So I just go in on the lid, like so. Okay, that's on both eyes. Just run it underneath my eye, on the lower lid, whatever it is, lower lash line. And it's a pretty light color, so even though I do this, you can't tell a whole lot. And then I take a fluffy brush, any fluffy brush. This is my typical fluffy blending brush. I think I stole it from my sister and it was from like Amazon. But I just go in again with Mama Morin, and then this one I just kind of fluff over. I just want to go in with a more dense brush on the eyelid so that I can make sure that the color is being packed onto the lid. But this one I just go and fluff it over. Okay, so there we go. All done with that eyeshadow. I do take the highlight shade in this palette, Promise Ring. I just put a little bit into the inner corner just to brighten a little bit. I just put this on the inner corner, so. Yeah, you can't really tell. I can tell, but I also don't like to pack it on there, so it's just a little bit. Just a tiny little bit. Oh, you can see it. You can see it just a bit. I do put this the tiniest amount here on the brow bone area. Just a little bit. Tiniest bit. And I'm all set with that. Eyes are done. Now I just have to put my mascara on. And I use the, right now I'm using the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I got it in BoxyCharm, so it's what I'm using. I don't spend a whole lot on makeup. I get a lot of my stuff from BoxyCharm, and if I do buy it on my own, most of the time when I'm not splurging and getting something from Sephora, I get it from the drugstore. I'm super cheap. I don't like buying myself anything ever. My husband actually bought me this palette as a Mother's Day gift. This palette as a Mother's Day gift, and my Tarte palette I think was given to me as a gift as well. Not a fan of buying myself things. I never do it. I recently had to buy myself some clothes because all I had were like jeans and like winter clothes and like clothes you don't want to like necessarily go out in, like to do stuff, like they're just casual like errands type of clothes. I had to like force myself to go and get myself some dresses like for the summertime, and even then I just got them from the clearance section at Target, which by the way is freaking awesome. I didn't realize how nice the clearance section at Target was. I love the Universal Thread brand at Target, as well as some clothes in the Wild Fable brand. And Wild Fable is actually not very expensive as it is, and so I found a dress from that brand on clearance. So it was like a $7 dress. Look at how crazy I look. This eye has my mascara and this eye doesn't, and I look insane. You can see what a difference mascara makes. Okay, other eye. Sorry, I'll stop talking. I know I look crazy, my eyes, but that is because one is bigger than the other, and it drives me nuts. It's a flaw that I can't stand. But that is what I do on a daily basis. I'll just throw on some chapstick or like a clear lip gloss. I don't do much on my lips other than wipe off whatever's on there. That's it. I posted a picture on my Instagram, a little selfie. I had this same exact makeup on. If anything, I just had my lip gloss on. So go check that out. And I will I will leave my social media handles in the description box below. Let me know what other kind of videos you guys want to see. Let me know if you guys liked this video. If you like me doing my makeup like this, my everyday makeup. If you enjoy stuff like this, if there's anything different you want to see from me. My best friend told me I should do like an everyday makeup video. So, took her advice, did it. Don't know how I did, let me know. But that's pretty much it. Please subscribe if you like this video and want to see more from me. Let me know your thoughts. What is your staple for your everyday makeup? What is one thing that you cannot do your makeup without? I personally, I'm stuck between mascara and brows because I feel like you can't do one without the other. If I just did my brows and I didn't have any mascara on, it'd be like, whew, brows in your face. But then if I had mascara on and my brows weren't done, it'd be like, what is wrong with your face? So I'm stuck in between those two. Those are my two can't live without products. Not even products, because I'll just take anything I can do my eyebrows with. Do my eyebrows with an eyeshadow if I don't have anything to do my eyebrows with. What is one thing you cannot live without? Let me know. And I will see you guys next time.